Welcome to Solo Shot First, and today we're going to be having a look at the two figures. I thought it would probably best to look at these two together, quite simply because obviously it's Han and Luke, and in their Stormtrooper disguise, and obviously both really, to me certainly, these are really sort of iconic figures and beautiful card backs. So looking at the card backs, the Luke one is certainly very reminiscent, obviously, from the film. I'm sure that was a still that was obviously sort of taken from the film, or certainly from, a photograph, certainly from it. The Han Solo one, it certainly Han's obviously head, but I don't know. It looks a little bit. It looks a little bit weird. It looks as though it's a little bit photoshopped on. Even though obviously that scene again, obviously when they're in that trash compactor, is incredibly iconic. But two really lovely card backs. I mean, if you're a carded collector, then you are going to want obviously both of these figures, and it is just so iconic because obviously when they are taking Chewbacca up to the detention cell block to try and rescue Leia. Obviously they're both. In their Stormtrooper disguise. And I've seen sort of other people sort of talk about these, but they do look really nice. Both obviously have that really lovely, very sort of dark red name pill, which sort of makes the names pop out really nicely. And also, obviously, then the red background. So the figures actually sort of through the bubble are very striking. And obviously on that front you've got that beautiful sort of Star Wars racetrack design as well. So fabulous looking card backs from the front. Let's have a quick look at the back of the cards. Okay, so you've got Han Solo there is VC143 and the Luke Stormtrooper is VC169. Again, on both, you've got the lovely sort of racetrack design, the Vintage Collection logo, and other figures that were part of these waves. Now, I'm not going to obviously go through all of those. If anybody does want to have a look at those, then just please, pause the video and you can have a look at them in your own time. So VC143, 169. Okay, so just bringing it back round to the front of the cards again. Really impressed with these. Absolutely. I do actually love both of these card backs. I mean, yes, they are on the thinner cardstock, which is a bit of a shame. But the two figures inside the bubbles look absolutely gorgeous. So all we need to do is now let's get these out of their packaging and we'll have a look at the figures themselves. Okay, so here we've got the figures out of the packaging now, and I've got to say these are absolutely gorgeous looking figures. I mean, I think the Luke head sculpt is probably not the best one that we've actually seen. I hope you can see this. Sorry, apologies for the light here. It's another very gloomy day. You're going to hear me obviously saying that a lot with these videos at the moment, but it does look really. You can certainly obviously tell it's Luke. And the Han Solo one, I've got to say, I think that is, in my opinion, I think that's certainly probably one of the better looking Han head sculpts we've got. If I just bring that in so we can focus on it. Yeah, it doesn't look so good from there, but that's also the light. Certainly from front on it looks pretty good. Sorry about my shaky hands this morning. So yeah, very impressive. Really lovely figures. I mean, in terms of the articulation, obviously with both of these figures, these are obviously before we had those sort of butterfly hinges in the hips, but they still have got really good articulation. So obviously you've got articulation at the head, you've got articulation at the shoulders, at the elbows, and a swivel in the wrists. I don't think there's a hinge in there. It doesn't look like it on either of them. You've got a swivel just on the waist, or just above the waist, and obviously articulation at the hips, at the knees, and at the ankles. So two really lovely looking figures. I mean, obviously the other things, the accessories that you get with them are pretty standard. You get the standard sort of Stormtrooper blaster, which is just sort of a plain black with the silver, and their two Stormtrooper helmets, which are really good helmets. And I think these obviously are you know, what we've been seeing with more of the recent ones. Was it VC 231 and 240? I think. Correct me if I'm wrong there. But two absolutely stunning figures. So let's get the their helmets on, and we'll have a look at them there. Okay, so that is them with the Stormtrooper helmets on, and I think you'll probably agree. Maybe not. If you don't, please comment. But I think they look really, really good. The actual helmets are a quite tight, snug fit, but actually as they should be. And you know, you could easily just pass these out of a standard Stormtroopers. You know, if you didn't want to take their actual headgear off. I suppose the one sort of, it's not a real gripe, but the one sort of minor issue with both of these, obviously they just came with that that sort of older holster, if you like, which the gun doesn't really, the pistols don't really fit in properly, but it's a minor gripe, and obviously that has been majorly corrected with the latest Stormtrooper. So, you know, overall, these are two absolutely beautiful figures. Yeah, so two stunning looking figures. Sorry, I just wanted to take the helmets back off because I just think they look so good like that. They really are impressive. So absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, I thought, as I said, I thought I'd do these two together because it seemed a bit pointless sort of reviewing these separately. I mean, essentially, they are the same body sculpts, obviously just with different helmets. But absolutely stunning. You know, again, if I said it before, if you're a carded collector, these are two absolutely gorgeous card backs. The only gripe being obviously they're on that thinner card stock, but other than that, they're gorgeous. And for you openers, then these are just two absolutely gorgeous figures. If you've got a diorama set up with a Death Star or anything, you know, that scene, obviously from the detention cell box, then these would be beautiful for that. But great figures, certainly a welcome addition. That's it, really. Anyway, listen, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit the like button. If you are new to the channel and you want to subscribe, then please do. There'll be more videos coming shortly. If you've got any questions, any comments on these two figures, I'd love to hear from you. Just leave them in the comments section below, and I'll come back to you as soon as possible. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.